What's going on, y'all? Blue Falcon here, coming to y'all with another video. So, y'all saw the title, y'all saw the thumbnail. Kanye West seems to be at it again. It seems like everything that comes out of this guy's mouth goes viral. But this right here, I think it's a little bit more extreme than the norm. So, I mean, let's actually check it out, man. Alright, so as you can see, it says hashtag TSR exclusive clips. Kanye West says he can't be controlled because he hasn't killed anyone. I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. Alright, so, and this is from TikTok, Mariam Abdullah 627. Let's see what he has to say.
You, they can't, they try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley.
Hold on. So this dude is dropping names already. This guy just said they can control Shaq, they control Charles Barkley.
They can control LeBron James.
Ooh.
They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Wow. This this guy is dropping names, man. He's just gunning. Shaq, Charles Barkley, LeBron. And you know, it's funny because a lot of people in the community was actually going against LeBron, especially recently, especially after the whole what's it called? Not supporting Kyrie Irving during, you know, the media pretty much crucifying him, and LeBron wasn't standing by his side. I heard since then LeBron has actually retracted from his statements, but you know, there was a little bit of coonery, and that hurts me to say because I'm a big LeBron fan. But you know, I gotta call an apple an apple. You know what I'm saying? But and he said Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody. Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Man, look. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. This is actually a big plus in my personal book, all right? Because one thing about, you know, you going to different levels of truth, you know what I mean? With the whole anti-Semitism, these are all things to detract people from actually reaching the truth. You see, the thing with Kyrie and Kanye, when they first came out, it was under the guise of, you know, us people were the actual true bloodline Israelites, right? And it's interesting because one thing that I was waiting to hear, but I never actually heard it concretely, was the truth and what that entails. Like, you know, yeah, you're saying that we're the bloodline Israelites, right? Okay, but what does that actually entail? You know what I mean? Because after all, if you read the Bible, and you know, these are so quote unquote the bloodline descendants of the people that's written in the Bible, then could you imagine all the atrocities throughout the angles of time, throughout history, that has been done to the so-called chosen people of God? And I'm saying so-called, but it is the actual people. It is the actual people if you actually get out of the matrix and you can actually understand history. But you know, one thing I didn't really hear was this concrete, you know, push towards serving God. You know what I mean? Or in the Hebrew language, Yahweh, right? I'm not going to go too deep into that. You know, however way you wish to call him, whatever level of knowledge you're at, I must try to reach you at your level. But, you know, I never really heard that. And, you know, it was all just based off of, you know, anti-Semitism and supposedly it being hateful towards another group of people, which it wasn't. It was just speaking facts. But now to see a more spiritual, push, and so I'm actually happy to see that. But let's actually go a little bit deeper.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Michael Jordan, what about him?
Michael
His
Jordan
dad,
too?
right? Bill Cosby, his son, right?
Oh, wait, hold
Dr.
on.
Dre, his son.
Yeah, y'all gotta go back.
My mama was sacrificed.
Mutual.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm taking no disrespect from nobody, so let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
What?
You understand?
Yeah.
His mama was sacrificed. What does that? I mean, if anybody knows about doing research on the so-called secret societies and Illuminati and all this stuff, we've always heard about it to some degree. There's perhaps sacrifices that go on in Hollywood, but this is Kanye. Is he literally just exposing what's going on? Is this guy literally just exposing what's going on? This is hard to believe. Let's keep going.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right? Had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
Ooh. Wow. As much as people can't stand Kanye, I just can't help but admire the stance that he's taken, especially when the media is hitting him so hard, especially in a time like this. It is very clear that our people are waking up to who they are. That's very evident. But here you have a dude who's been, as Kyrie, crucified over the internet. People slandering his name, people can't stand him, whatever, blase blase. But here this man is taking a stand. And I mentioned the whole spiritual push earlier on in this video, but this is the key, because there's many different gods out there. There's so many different gods. But when he dropped the name Jesus, again, that's when we got to start digging a little bit deeper, because again, if we are the quote unquote true people of the Bible, like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving seems to purport, which if you do your own research, it is true. If they are the actual people of the book, then what of the other Israelites in the book? What about Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses? Let's fast forward. Jesus. I mean, after all, I brought this up in a previous video, but they said Jesus had woolly hair. I mean, there's only one group of people in the world that have woolly hair. Ooh, this is very interesting. Alright.
That's more important than thinking in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puppies, y'all Lil Boozy, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right?
Ooh.
But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
Ooh. Wow. So because he never killed anybody, He can say whatever he want. Oh, so what is that? The people's names that he dropped: Shaq, Charles Barkley, all these other people who, have made it to these higher echelon, statuses of the world. What have they done that's keeping their mouth shut? There's a lot of, if you want to call it, answers, but a lot more questions that's being raised in this video. I would really like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of all of this? Do you know anything about the Illuminati, the secret societies? Do you know about what these superstars are actually called to do in order for them to actually make it to these higher echelons of the higher echelon levels of the world? Like, speak to us here. This is a family. Let's all chime in. I would love to hear your comments down below. And what do you think of Kanye? Do you think he's just totally out of his mind? It's just a regular old Kanye, crazy Kanye? Or do you actually think he's actually onto something? I'm really curious, you guys, because this right here, I mean, you can't make this up. It's like, you can't make this up. Everything this guy is saying is this, like, it's really hard for me to just think he's just speaking out of his ass. It's hard for me to believe it. And this is not a Kanye supporter, by the way. Like, I'm not even like a Kanye fan. Believe me, like, I don't even watch I don't listen to his CDs like that. I don't really care about his whole drama with Kim Kardashian. I don't care about none of that. I just cared about this particular truth that he was dropping, and that's the only reason why I started talking about him on my channel. But man, I mean, out of all people to come out with this truth, I think it's extremely interesting that Kanye West, the guy who's always viewed as crazy, he's the one that's coming to this level of truth. Hey, if you like videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch the next video that comes up on screen, because I really do talk about how deep this matrix go, and I do teach a little bit more context as to why so many of us are lost today. Please check out that video. With that being said, Blue Falcon over and out.
Game to win. Game hard.